Are you creating content but not sure if it's actually working? Are you posting to social media and hearing crickets? Well, you actually need to understand what is working and be able to understand the work that you're doing to actually grow your business. Now, most business owners have a really hard time when it comes to understanding Google Analytics, but it is really important as a business owner to have a basic understanding of your analytics, because that will actually help you further improve your website's ranking and help you simply grow online. Hi everyone, it is Leanne Cohen's here, digital success coach and owner of the agency Marketing Leap. And my passion is to actually demystify digital marketing for business owners and for entrepreneurs through educational courses and training. And the reason I do this is to actually offer marketing clarity. And through the agency, we do done for you practical marketing solutions that really do work and will actually springboard the business to success. So all of the information that I share in these weekly videos is all things that I've been doing for my agency and for my clients for a number of years now. So I know that they actually work from experience. So today's video, I'm actually sharing the 6 most important reports that you need to understand when it comes to Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics, the reporting, it's a vital tool for everything that we're doing online these days. The Google Analytics reports will actually help you acquire insight into areas such as your website performance, how people are finding you, where you're showing up, and the number of goal conversions. And so you can actually track the work that you're doing online. And this gives you a really solid foundation for understanding how everything that you're doing online is actually working. So previously I did a video on Google Analytics and its importance. I'll put that description in below once I finish this, so you can actually check that video out and get some clarity on how to actually use Google Analytics. So in the meantime, we're going to work through the 6 most essential Google Analytics reports that you need to actually start growing your business online. So this is just a demo account that Google sort of sets up. And the first one that we're actually going to look at is your mobile overview report. Now, these days, it varies, but between 55 to 60% of people are actually using mobile online when it comes to viewing things with websites and things like that. So to get to there, we're going to go to audience, down to mobile, and down to overview. So if your website is incredibly slow when it comes to showing off on mobile, people are simply just going to move on and find another website that's a lot easier to navigate. And this is essential because it actually helps you identify where the issues are on your website, and you can actually fix them. And not only that, if it's not mobile friendly, this is actually a ranking tool. So if your website is not mobile friendly at all, you're not going to rank on Google, which is a really important thing. So you can see here, we'll actually show you how many people are actually coming from desktop, from mobile, and from tablet. And then if you wanted to, you could even get down into the different devices that people use when it comes to what they're on when it comes to viewing your website. And with the websites that we develop, to be honest, the biggest issues that we always have are with Apple phones. So making sure that when you are checking things out, you do test on different devices is really important. Now, the next report that is also important is your channels report. So this actually determines how much of your traffic comes from different sources, and this includes social media. So for a lot of business owners, this is actually the most important report that you have, because you can see what's working. So from there you can actually go through and see how long people have been on your website, how many different pages they've been through. Now, when it comes to bounce rate, that's people that just go to one particular page and nowhere else on the website. So keeping an eye on that is really important. But the most important thing is keeping people on your website for as long as possible. So your pages per session and your average session duration are 2 of the most important things, because you can actually see exactly where people are coming from. Now you can see here you've got a couple of different types of channels here, and from there you can actually get down into drill down as far as you like. to actually see exactly where the people are coming from. So that's your channel one. And for most business owners, as I said, this is important, especially when you're spending money and doing Google ads. So you can actually see what is actually working with your advertising on Bing or Google, if you've got partners or affiliates. And this not set is always a really interesting one. And this is why we always cross-reference against Search Console as well. So that is your acquisitions and your channel report. Now, with all of these, you can also create custom reports. So you can actually jump into here and create a monthly report where you have each one of these 6 different sections on there, and you can see how your website is tracking over a particular course of time. Now, the third one that's really important for business owners is your navigation summary. So what this does is actually displays the most frequent pathways that people use when they're actually coming to your website. So from here we go to behavior, search, content, all pages. The all pages is going to show you where people are actually arriving on the website. And then the navigation summary will actually tell you the different URLs as well. So this gives you a really good idea of how people are finding your site and what they're landing on. Another one that I find that is really important as well is the behavior flow. Now, I've mentioned the behavior flow before, and the reason that this is really important is because it shows you where people are coming from, but it also shows you how they move around the site. And if you've got a particular page where people are literally just dropping off, and that's what the red is, you can actually go and see what the issue is and fix that, or talk to your web designer and say, look, we've got a problem here. And the reason that this is important as a business owner for you to understand is because this is, number one, it's your business, this is your IP, and having an understanding of the different patterns of how people move around your website is really important when it comes to knowing what's working and what's not. And you can actually figure out what pages need to be optimized, what different pathways need to be optimized, and it gives you a really good idea as far as the different queries that people have and they're looking for when they come onto your site. Now, the next one is your landing pages report. So this report is if you want to determine the most important landing pages, and it allows you to collect data as far as the number of conversions that you have from the first time that they actually arrive on the page, and whether it's engaging them, or whether that page is decreasing your load time as well, and that whether it's keeping people on there longer. So really, this is the whole point of running these reports, so that you can see what pages are working and what needs a little bit of optimization as well. So that's your landing pages report. Now, the next one, which is also really important, is your site speed. So, Google can tell you which sites load slowly and why, because if your site is taking too long to load, people are not going to hang around and wait. And not only that, through Search Console, Google will actually give you advice on how to increase your site's performance, which will also increase user engagement. So you can actually see the average load time, the browser load time, and it lets you know which browsers you need to start optimizing for. Now, this gets into a lot more in depth when it comes to the development of a website and actually doing the optimization. But again, as a business owner, it's really important that you have an understanding of how this is working, because your website is one of the very few things that you actually own online. This is your IP, and you really need to know how it's working and how it's functioning, and how to improve your conversions, whether it's people downloading or clicking or buying from you. Your conversions are really important, which brings us to the 6th report, which is your goals overview. Now, obviously, when you're doing something online, you're not just going to throw something out there and just hope that it sticks. When you create a website, you've got to have an end in mind. And ultimately, this is predominantly around an e-commerce site. But it's all about having an overview of your conversions. So like I said, whether it's form submissions, downloads, whether they've qualified as a lead and they're about to purchase something. So you can actually see which sites and channels are generating those conversions, as well as how long it takes them to do it. And it's a really great way of seeing, okay, so if somebody clicks on this link from a Facebook ad, it takes them this long to actually convert. So you can see you've got your overview here, and you can actually see where the different goal completions are. Now this is something that does have to be set up manually. This is not automatic, but it's having an understanding of what actions you want people to take. So whether they've put their information in, whether they've ordered, completed an order, we'll actually show you, and it will show you the different sources and mediums that they've come through from. Now, another really good thing, and especially if you're working and creating funnels, is to have your funnel visualization here. So you can actually see that this particular goal had 500 sessions and there was a 17% funnel conversion rate. So it's a really good visualization, again, of how your funnels are actually working based on the money that you're spending and the time that you're spending on doing ads and creating social media posts. So they are the 6 reports that I think are really essential for business owners. And the whole idea of understanding analytics is to have an understanding of what's working and what's not, so you can fix what's not and make more money online. So those reports, and I'll put a link to these below as well, so you can check them out. So the first one is having your mobile overview report, because that will affect your ranking. The second one is your channels report, because that tells you where people are coming from when they land on your website. The third one is the navigation report, because that shows you the most frequent pathways that people use to not only get on your website, but to move around your website as well. Then your landing pages report actually lets you know what landing pages people not only arriving on, but what conversions they're taking as well. The site speed is, again, crucially important, because we have the attention span of less than a goldfish these days. So, making sure that your website loads fast, and if there is something that's slowing it down, or there's a particular page that's slow, that can be fixed. And then, of course, the most important one for any business is the goal overview report, so that you can see exactly what is converting from what particular traffic source. So Google Analytics, even though it does seem really daunting when you go in first, just having an understanding of where you need to go to look for that information is vitally important as a business owner, because even though you don't need to know the ins and outs of web development and SEO, as a business owner, you still need to understand what is working in your business and what is working online. It's vitally important. So the whole reason that I'm so passionate about Google is the fact that my entire business runs on Google. I've had 9 years of being a Google specialist and a Google partner, and helping business owners to actually grow their business using Google's tools, and especially Google's free tools, is actually a passion of mine. So if this all sounds a bit too much, or you just need some help in getting traction with your marketing, then through my agency Marketing Lead, we offer a full range of realistic, practical marketing solutions for your business that actually do deliver results. And the whole idea is to hit that spot with your customers that make them decide they need to work with you and they want to buy from you. If you're not looking for done for you, I also offer 2-hour strategy sessions that will give you a really clear action plan, a digital strategy, and checklists, so that you can actually start growing your business and have an understanding of what you need to do online. And then, of course, I do have a 12-week one-on-one mentoring program that is designed to give you clarity, generate leads, and actually just stop you drowning in the overwhelm. So I hope that has been of some value to you today, and I'd really love it if you would join me next week as I talk about another one of my favorite topics, which is Google My Business, and how to start using that to get it working for you and helping you grow your business. So I look forward to seeing you again next week, guys. Bye for now. If you'd like to learn more about how to grow your business online and how to lose the overwhelm when it comes to the digital space and showing up, then make sure you click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to click the bell so you get notified every single time we upload a new training video.